Weather out there across Colorado on this Thursday. I'm 9 News Weather Impact Team Meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Again, really nice weather right now, and we're going to stay that way as we head over the next really 24 to 36 hours. Then we get some changes this weekend. It'll turn windier for us on Saturday ahead of a cold front that'll bring down those temperatures for Sunday. We will have some shower and storm chances, especially in the mountains this weekend. Right now, though, it's one of those days where you're not going to see a cloud basically anywhere overhead across the state of Colorado, which is pretty rare to have a day where statewide we're not talking about a single cloud anywhere, but that's what we're looking at for today. Right now we're in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees, 90s backyard. Just beautiful, 79 degrees, and that's the big story for today. Warm and dry through tomorrow, then the next cold front arrives this weekend, and then it's unsettled this weekend and into next week. 70s, 80s eastern plains. Look at Lamar flirting with 90 degrees for us on the first Thursday of October. Mountains, even look at that, some of those readings, 70 in Eagle, 74 in Meeker, 82 in Grand Junction. Just really warm weather for us. Radar, nothing doing, and it's going to stay that way for the rest of our day today. Not a cloud overhead for us here across the state for us on this Thursday and your Thursday night and early Friday morning. Today, 83, sunshine, warm, a good 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. Temperatures 80s, 90s eastern plains for those highs, 70s in the mountains. Again, everything you're looking at here, a good 10-ish degrees above average for this time of the year. Tonight we drop back into the mid-50s for us here in Denver, and it's pretty quiet weather for us for tonight. Tomorrow, mid-80s, even warmer with those highs flirting with record levels for tomorrow for us here across the Denver area. 85, and again, that is going to be pretty close to that daily record for tomorrow. Those temperatures across the eastern plains, a lot of 80s and 90s for us, and that is, in most cases here, getting closer to about 15 degrees above average for this time of year. So again, really warm stuff for this this time of year. And by the way, in Denver, average high for tomorrow, 88 degrees. So that was set back in 2005, not far away from that for tomorrow. A few spots in the eastern plains will flirt with those forecasts, with those record highs. We'll have a little difference tomorrow, though. A few showers and storms tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night across the mountains, the San Juans on north through the West Elks, and the flat tops. That's where you're going to be seeing those better chances for showers and storms. High pressure will move out. That'll allow this area low pressure to move in. That'll bring us some cooler and maybe a tad wetter weather. The issue is, at least if you're hoping for some wetter weather, it does look like that low is tracking and trending a little bit further north. And that does mean that those rain chances going to kind of lift really more north of Colorado. So Wyoming, Montana will get the bulk of the system. Here at home in Colorado, not a ton out of this next series of storm systems. And in Denver, we'll have a chance for showers and storms for both Saturday and Sunday. Probably Saturday the highest odds, but doesn't look as unsettled as it did earlier on this week. However, we'll have some rain chances, and it will turn notably cooler. So if you're hoping for some of that more fall-like weather, you'll get it for the back half of the weekend and the next week. Highs dropping in the 60s for us, and maybe a high in the low 60s for next Tuesday. So certainly some cooler weather just around the corner for us. And if you're ready for snow, we're 16 days away from our average first measurable snow date, which is October the 18th. And we're only 5 days away from our average first freeze, which is on October the 7th. However, we're close enough now to be able to see that in action. And we don't really have any freeze chances next really 10 days. Nothing meaningful in terms of those chances for our first freeze or hard freeze. So in fact, I was talking about this with my wife this morning. You need to get those sprinklers blown out, right? This is the time of year to certainly be thinking about it. You've still got another safely next week to 10 days. You're okay. So if you don't have that sprinkler blown out until really the middle part of October, you'll be all right for the next little while. So some good news there, but this will likely be a later than average first freeze. Chief Meteorologist Kathy C. We'll have more for you coming up at 3, 4, and 5, and then Meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen in at 6, 9, and 10 tonight on the 9 News Family of Networks. Once again, 9 News Weather Impact Team Meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus. Have a great rest of your Thursday.